Hello there, welcome to Inquiring Minds. My name is Doug and I'm back with today's fountain pen review, this Pininfarina PF2. I was previously unaware of the Italian design company Pininfarina until Joost Appelbaum sent me this pen for review. Thanks, Joost. The name Pininfarina sounded like pen in pablum to my ear, but after doing a little bit of research, I discovered a fascinating design history going back decades and involving such illustrious names as Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Peugeot, Fiat, and Maserati. No wonder the pen design reminded me of a race car. Pininfarina design is almost 100 years old. A family business started in 1930 by Battista Farina and now run by the third generation of the Farina family. I knew that some pen brands have used Ferrari as a basis for some pens, like Schaefer and Montegrappa and Montblanc. But I didn't know the pen maker had helped design race cars like Ferraris. Let's take a look at the sleek and sporty design on this fountain pen right now. So I got an email the other day from my friend Joost Appelbaum, and he said, I have a pen here for you to review if you'd like to. Do you want to review it? And I said, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll have what she's having.
Directly from Amsterdam, from Joost Appelbaum, for me to review. Let's open the box. Of course, it's come from DHL, the company you love to hate. I call them Deutsche Highway Larceny. And here's what we love to see, the nice green box from Appelbaum. And thank you from Joost. And look, more stroopwafels. This is what I'm really looking forward to, these minis. Oh, look at this. Is this a sticker? That's nice, very nice. Oh, I think I know who that is. That's Vanessa Langdon, 22. That's she's known as the Pen Gangsta on YouTube. You should check out her YouTube channel. Beautiful artwork. And here is the pen, all nicely wrapped as always. And here we are. This is the Pininfarina. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Joost wants me to take a look at this pen, and I will do so. In a blue cardboard box that has Pininfarina, silver foil stamped, and under cellophane. And we see it's a PF2 in blue, medium, made in Ravenna, Italy. Cardboard sleeve off. Some things fall out. There is a standard international screw type converter, a standard international black cartridge, a really interesting case, oval shape, metal and plastic case. This is the first time I've ever seen or held a Pininfarina PF2. Beauty always leaves an indelible mark. Welcome to the new era of design writing. And we have Italian and English, and then we have some diagrams about the converter, the rollerball ballpoint, and a limited warranty, and it is 12 months outside of Europe or 24 months inside of Europe. Huh. That's interesting. I thought the case might open up this way, but it's opening up on this end with some foam there. Okay, I need a manual to figure out how to get this pen out of the case. This piece seems to want to come out, so let's pull that out. Well, maybe it doesn't want to come out. Maybe it comes out that way. There we go. So they obviously wanted to protect this pen. This is anodized aluminum. It's a very interesting shape. Okay, this is very interesting the more I look at it. These ends are fairly sharp. You can probably slice cheese with that. Italian cheese, of course. Very unusual. Oh, it's a magnetic cap. Look at that. That's very, very nice. That's a very sexy pen.
Oh. Who's your friend? Oh, do you find me sexy? Yeah.
So, we'll find an ink for this, and we'll ink it up, and we'll do a review. I'll show the parts and features of this pen, some size comparisons and measurements, and then provide a writing sample. And then I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like so much about this fountain pen. Pininfarina is a design company that dates back to the 1930s when it was founded by Battista Pinin, which means little, Farina. It was originally and most known for designing automobiles, specifically Italian sports cars. My favorite Pininfarina designed Italian sports car is the 1984 Ferrari Testarossa. All automotive-related design for Pininfarina came to an end in 2011, and by 2015, Pininfarina is 75% owned by an Indian-based giant multinational corporation. But what isn't owned by a giant multinational corporation these days, huh? Most people would be shocked to know that Pininfarina is not Italian, but Indian. But most people will also be shocked to learn that Pelican isn't German anymore, but French. But the Pininfarina automotive design flair is still very much present in the design of this sleek fountain pen. It immediately made me think of a Ferrari, even though at the time I had no idea Pininfarina was a car designer, or even linked to Ferrari design. Certainly the font used in the name of the company speaks to automotive design. Overall, the pen is substantial in the hand at 45 grams and is made of anodized aluminum. The cigar shape is cut on both ends with a roughly 47-degree chamfer and a similar 47-degree separation between the cap and the barrel. It's silky smooth to the touch, and the pale blue color is very nice indeed. It's available in ballpoint, rollerball, and fountain pen versions in black and this powder blue. And the fountain pen is available with EF, F, M, and broad Schmidt steel nibs. And the fountain pen retails for around $150 US. From the top, we see the chamfered edge, which is rather sharp to the touch, and the embedded chrome clip that sits slightly proud of that chamfered top. You press down on that angle, and the clip, which is flush with the cap, levers up on a spring. You'd think that would make it a one-handed operation to clip into your shirt, but no, it takes two hands because you can't grip this end with one hand as it just squirts out of your hand. The clip does open wide and works well once clipped. And it has the Pininfarina name laser etched down the middle like a racing stripe. The cap tapers up to an angled seam between the cap and the body, which is absolutely flush. The channel in which the clip lays embedded continues into a flat that is shallow at the top of the barrel and then extends all the way down to the end where it is concave again. A really nice sleek touch as you move down that barrel. And the end again has that chamfer on it, and again it is sharp to the touch. This flat on that barrel and cap becomes a roll stop as the clip is embedded and can't do that job. The cap pulls off and is a magnetic closure, so this will become a really addictive fidget spinner for those so inclined, and I'm inclined. With the cap off, we see the long tapering section that has a chrome collar at one end and a chrome ring, which is actually the magnet, at the top end. And we see the number 6 size Schmidt steel nib and black plastic feed. Let's take a closer look at this nib. It has the Pininfarina logo and an M for medium deeply engraved into it, and there's no breather hole. The nib and the feed are part of a nib assembly that unscrews for maintenance or replacement. The section is very comfortable, and these edges provide some purchase so your fingers don't tend to slip. And these edges, unlike the top and bottom finials, aren't sharp at all. The section unscrews to reveal an unbranded Schmidt screw-in standard international converter, and the pen will accept standard cartridges with one in the section and a spare in the barrel. The top of the section threads has a silicone O-ring that stops the barrel from unscrewing during use. And those threads are a single start, meaning that no matter where you begin to put the section and barrel back together again, it always comes out perfectly aligned with the nib. And when you unscrew the nib unit comes out in two pieces. So the nib unit itself screws into this chrome sleeve, making the whole unit separate from the section. So the entire nib feed, nib assembly, rear chrome sleeve, and converter are all one independent unit from the barrel and the section. And because this is independent, so when you put the unit back together again and you screw that nib unit down, you have to leave it slightly loose first and then line it up with the barrel. Once you're lined up with the barrel, then you can unscrew it again, and keeping that same alignment, tighten it down. I think that's what these little slots are for too, to put a large blade in there to tighten that down. I'm using my tweezers here just to tighten that unit down. There we go. And then we line it up to see that we're aligned properly. And the inside of the cap shows the cap seal, which is also the magnet that attaches to the magnet on top of the section. There's also a black plastic sleeve there inside the cap. Time will tell how well those magnets resist corrosion from the ink. The cap posts, but only in one way, and it's kind of upside down from what you expect. You might expect that flat channel there would line up and with the clip on top, but it only posts this way, and when you look at the pen sideways, you get the idea that that chamfer angle stays consistent with the pen posted. Posted, the pen is long, but it's not severely unbalanced for writing. I can write with this pen posted or unposted. Unposted, it is plenty long enough and nicely balanced in the hand. Now let's look at some size comparisons. And here is the Pininfarina PF2 with a Moonman TI 500 titanium piston filler, a Pen BBS 380 aluminum in silver velvet, a Schaefer Icon, and a Wingsung 601 stainless steel Flighter Vacuumatic. Now let's look at them posted. And here they are posted. You can see what I mean by the cap looking like it's upside down on the Pininfarina. The Moonman here has a Parker nib that I replaced the original with, and the Pen BBS 380 has a roller ball, but it comes as a fountain pen and with this extra roller ball attachment, and you can convert it back and forth. The Schaefer Icon posts very deeply and is a nice thick pen, and I've replaced this nib with a black Bobby bent nib. And the Wingsung 601 Flighter is a conversion. I replaced the original black plastic hood with a stainless steel and replaced the original nib with a Bobby bent nib. Wonderful pen, takes a lot of ink. This is an everyday writer for me. Now let's look at them unposted. And here they are unposted. Now let's look at some measurements, and I'll be back with a writing sample. And we're back with the writing portion of the review. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM paper, and this is the Pininfarina PF2, and it has a number 6 size steel medium nib. Let's check the wetness. This is plenty wet and really glassy smooth. In fact, this nib sings a little bit. That's when you can hear it. I'll put my mic. There, you can hear it singing. That's when the tines vibrate to a certain frequency, and you can polish that out. It actually isn't bothering me, but if it puts your teeth on edge, you can polish it out pretty easily with some 12,000 grit micro mesh. This is a nice, juicy nib, and it's giving me a much thicker line than I was expecting from a medium nib. We'll measure it in a second. The ink is one of my favorites, Hiroshizuku Asagao, which means morning glory. And it's a nice bright blue. And I thought, this nice bright blue pen needs a nice bright blue ink. Let's measure this line with my Richard Binder line width chart, which you can find linked in the description below. And we get a 0.6 millimeter line, which is actually bang on Western medium. Maybe because it's so wet, it was making it feel thicker than it actually is. Or it's a Japanese medium to broad. That was me missing the page right there. And for our quote. And for some reverse writing. Ooh, this is really scratchy. If I wanted to write with this, it's actually fairly wet and thin, but there's a burr on there that I would have to polish out if I wanted to sketch with this pen. And for some quick writing. No issues whatsoever. Very wet and juicy pen. So, what do I like and what do I not like about this fountain pen? Well, I've been using this pen frequently for the last month. The smooth steel medium nib is wet and slightly thicker than what you'd expect from a medium nib. Even though I'm getting a 0.6 millimeter line, which is Western medium, it feels thicker than that because it's so juicy.
This is juicy.
I'm surprised by how much I reach for it, and not with just a mind to use it to review it. I've been using it to make lists and jot notes, especially during my recent pen sale. I think it's how well it writes on any kind of paper and how quick and easy it is to get at that nib. This cap is really convenient, and the solid feel in the hand is very nice. I was worried about a couple of things with this pen. First, would the anodized aluminum scratch or scuff with frequent use? And second, would my hand get fatigued from the weight of the pen or from over gripping it because of a slick grip section? The answer to the first question is there's no scuffing or scratching on this pen at all. The answer to the second question is, surprisingly, no. My hand doesn't feel fatigued from the weight of the pen. It's just very nicely balanced. And the grip section is a little slick, but this chrome collar makes a nice thumb and finger purchase and rest, so I don't over grip to hold on to this pen to compensate. There are a couple of negatives about this pen, however. The sharp edges on the top and the bottom finials might cause some concern. I haven't been stabbed by it yet, but I'm being careful. And the single-handed operation of the clip doesn't really work that way. However, once you get used to the two-hand operation, getting it in and out of your shirt isn't difficult at all. When I first saw this pen, I was immediately thinking I would be negative about it, because it's a metal pen. But I really do like it. I like its feel, and I love the looks, because I think it looks really, really cool. And I thought I would have to complain about the price. But for what you're getting here, excellent engineering, fit and finish, excellent manufacturing, and a very smooth, wet German steel nib, I think $150 US is very reasonable. I'm actually surprised it's not $200 US. And there you have it. Thanks go out to Joost Appelbaum for providing this pen for review and for being a terrific game show host. And stay tuned to see if Joost comes through with his promise to send me one of the new Esterbrook Model J pens, the antique rose ebonite with the new Scribe Architect nib. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Joost.
Nudge, nudge, snap, snap, grin, grin, wink, wink, say no more.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to get instant notifications whenever a new video is posted. And you can also join as a member of my channel for only 99 cents a month, and I guarantee I'll answer your comments in the comment section, and you'll get cool emojis, badges, and sneak peek unboxing videos as well. And that just leaves it for me to say thank you for watching, and that's all she wrote.
try this.